Hey, welcome back to Milton Daily Homes. Chuck here. Hope you enjoyed yesterday's episode. We had a lot of fun making it, especially the on Broadway. So let's get started with today's list. Woodley Crescent, 429, Hillsview model, 1510 square feet. There's some pretty nice upgrades inside of here. And based on previous sales, I would say that this one definitely looks like it's within line. It's got a good floor plan. It's almost like a larger Emery model, which comes in at about 150 square feet smaller. It almost looks like there's 2-car parking in the driveway here, but it says that there's only one. So that's something I just can't tell from the photos. Next up is listing number 4, if you're counting on the side. The reason I'm showcasing this is because it's in an area called Drury Park. And so Drury Park is really made up of 4 streets, and it's tucked away off Childs. There's just a very small sign, or you can get to it from Ontario at Centennial Forest. So just south of EC Drury School. The mall is just over here. There's a woodlot around this whole end here. Sam Sherritt Trail goes through. And so this was a community that was really built for the retirement sort of 50-plus crowd. It's very quiet in there. It's serene. It's got a great vibe. It's very popular. And there's really no other options. If you want a bungalow, you're pretty much going onto streets like Robinwood for, and then you're getting larger land, but you're getting a smaller bungalow. Or you're going to probably one of about 100, 150 new homes. And if you're buying that bungalow, you're looking at 600, 650. So this one occupies a nice niche for the people that aren't ready for condos, but they also don't want an older bungalow, or they don't want a newer one that costs them significantly more. So the double garages are the big demand homes in here, but the single garages can work very well. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-washroom. If you don't like parquet, you're looking at about probably $5 a square foot to buy hardwood, maybe half of that for carpet, and then maybe $1 to $2 to install. Overall, it's a pretty open layout, and there's laundry and everything else that you need on the main floor. So this is a great option for someone who doesn't want, like I said, some of those other options. So Farmstead looks like it's Plan 8, 1938 square feet Mattamy home. Dark hardwood floors, 9-foot ceilings. They've got 4 bedrooms plus laundry upstairs and pretty good appliances. I sold this exact model, not with the hardwood upstairs and not even that dark hardwood, which is a good style, and it was in the 520s. So this one here is priced very well, and it's a good amount of space for a larger family. Now, I also like McGuire. It's a little bit smaller than Farmstead. It's across from a park and on a quieter street, so the location premium's there, and it has a finished basement for $5,000 more. So I really like this one. I have a feeling this one's going to get a lot of competition on it. There's going to be a lot of demand for this home. There's really nothing to do. It's looking good. It's got the basement, it's got a really nice location, and there you go. There's really no holes you could punch in this one at all. Hepburn's a bit of a busier street, but it's a good floor plan. What happens is you walk into this one and you've got maybe 5 or 6 stairs up and maybe 6 or 7 stairs down to the basement. So it's one of those what we call like a split level, but the newer version where you've got the family room above the garage. So this is right above the garage here. You've got a walkout balcony, and then the bedrooms surround this room. So the one problem with that is that you can't really blast the TV too loud, because otherwise you're waking up the people in the bedrooms. So this home with a finished basement can be a very good thing. By the way, the photo quality is terrible, and this one has a finished basement, so that's good. And usually when you see the double bed, most of the time that's the motivation why somebody is moving, is to try and get kids to have their own bedrooms. And then there you go. There's your basement finished, standard 36 by 80 foot Mattamy lot. I think the price is pretty decent for what you're getting. Now, Sire is in Timberley. We really haven't seen a lot of Timberley yet. It has an in-ground pool. It's a 55 by 121 foot property, finished basement, more than 2,000 square feet, and it looks like the kitchen has had some renovation. I don't have photos yet, but I'm very interested in this property. I think it's got a lot of those things that just, you kind of tick the boxes for what somebody's looking for in this area, and it's got a lot of them. So definitely check the link below in real time. As soon as the agent puts pictures up, it loads on that link. That's a direct link into our broker MLS system. Can't wait to see this one. This one on Megan is it's a Stanbury model. It's the same model that Madame used to have for their model homes, the ones on Brothers Crescent and Coates Crossing. It's got basically 3 rooms in the front. It's got this little rotunda office. It also has the living dining areas with a little bit of a wall separation here. And then you get into the back of the house, and so this family room with some built-ins is directly adjacent to the kitchen. You can see a little bit of the colored wall right here, and then all the stuff is at the front. There's an eat-in area. Typically the eat-in has a large, like it's a high ceiling just towards the back of the house. And I mean, they could have put more photos in here. The upstairs is huge. There's a sitting area up in the master bedroom. They've got this as a 6-bedroom, and then you also have you're backing onto a park too. So it doesn't really show that, but it's very interesting. It's got a lot of space. It says that the basement's part finished. I don't know what that means. A lot of space in the park. $800,000 and a very good desirable area. 50 by 100 foot property is very nice. There's a long driveway, which is great for playing basketball and hockey. Big fan of this one. Then we move up on Mickey Court to over 4,000 square feet, more than 500 square feet bigger than the previous one. We don't get the 6 bedrooms. There's only 4. There is a 5-bedroom layout on this one here too, but I think they made a sitting area off the master. It's not my favorite floor plan, and the other thing is that I understand that value can relate to square footage, even in terms of build-out costs and so on, but my problem is this one really doesn't have any more function than, let's say, for example, the Stanbury, the 3,500 square foot home. You've still got living dining, you still have a family room and a kitchen. Everything is just a little bit bigger, and you've got a 2-sided fireplace here. I'm not a big fan of these 3 little openings. I find, for me, my own personal taste, I like when everything is just open, and whenever I've gone into this home, I feel like the separation here is just not something. That's personal taste, though. I mean, there's people that could really dig that and like the fact there's a little more separation there. Then you've got your bedrooms upstairs. That's the one that I think they converted from the 5th bedroom. There's big ensuite. All the bedrooms are huge. If your kids like to hang out in their bedrooms, they're not going to feel like any of these are too small. And not a lot. I mean, you put a basically 50 by 88 property. There's homes that are built on this kind of property at 2,500 square feet. And you put a 4,000 square foot home on, something's got to give, and it's usually in the backyard space. So big home. A couple of them have sold up and around the $900,000 range. We'll see what happens. They don't have the hardwood floors on the main level, which is kind of one of those things that I think people expect when you get up into this size range. But the kitchen looks good, and it's got the nice elevation with the stucco outside. So that's the list. Hope you enjoyed it. We introduced you to Drury Park, and it's a great idea to drive around there if you're thinking that that's the direction you want to go. A lot of the homes in that area don't even hit MLS because there's a real tight-knit community there, and there's a lot of word-of-mouth sales that happen. I know for us, as I've shown, and our team has shown, for every one sale that happened last year in 2014, we knew about 2 or 3 others. So there was quite a black market of homes that existed out there. So have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow with more Milton Daily Homes. Thanks for watching.